What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great evening. My name is Bleeves. We are going to make some money tonight. Let's find some spots. Let's do some futures trading and let's make money. We talk about news all the time. We talk about what's going on in the marketplace. Let's talk about price. Let's talk about charts. Let's talk about all of the things that go into you and me making some money. And if we can't make some money, let's make some cryptocurrency. And if we make some cryptocurrency, maybe we can turn that into money one day in the bull market, way off, someday in the future. Uh, at least, how about this? I'm going to do this. I'm going to make some money tonight. You guys can watch me, and then you can decide, was it cool? Was it live? Was it Memorex? What the hell was going on? And is Bleeds high? The correct answer to that is no, not at all. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
It's your boy Bleed. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet. That bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Bleeves. This is Bedtime with Bleeves. Tonight, we're going to be talking about trading. We're just going to talk trading. There's nothing really going on in the market. There's things here and there. The SEC is attacking Binance, of course. The Congress is trying to pass, or at least the state of New York is trying to pass some kind of crypto legislation. Matter of fact, let me show you something here if you guys haven't seen this already, because it just, story of my goddamn life. Let's get over here and let's share this. What you are about to see is nothing short of just disgusting. Nothing short of just this goddamn cat. Um, this goddamn cat is laying in the bag that I use as my computer bag to take my stuff to and from work every single day. I turn and I look over here, and this little thing, they just sleeping in the bag. So, yeah, that's guts for you. He just has no shame, no shame at all, no shame at all. Guts, what are you doing, little man? Just in the bag, hanging out. What is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a great evening. Guts sleeping it away. Kai is in the house a whole bunch. He was first this evening. Honda Trump AI is in the house. Zicko is in the house, volting it up. Martin Morrow heard some information about Volt, by the way. Not sure how it's going to play out. Not sure what it all entails, but I did hear that there were some good things getting ready to happen on Volt. Now, Voltoshi does have a habit of making kind of broad statements that leave you open for interpretation, and then it might be something a little different. So we'll have to wait and see what it is, but it'll look like we might have some kind of new specific update for Volt coming very, very soon. Volti-Change setting limit orders, I hear. Martin Morrow says, "Yo, Bleeves, put the needle on the record, and the drum beats go like this, like DJ Magic Mike back in the day. Drop that bass. Drop. Cool it on the corner on a hot summer's day. Just me and my posse and MCA. A lot of beer, a lot of girls, and a lot of cursing. 22 automatic on my person. Got my hand in the pocket and my fingers on the trigger. My posse's getting big and my posse's getting bigger. Who is that? Who sings that? Taylor's in the house. What is going on? Spaceman B has got 10 minutes to entertain him, and then he is getting out of town. Sheldon in the house. Ben Ferrer is in the house. Matty B is in the house. Got to keep that. Beastie Boys. That's what it is. Beastie Boys. That's what it is. This goddamn cat. I swear to God. What are you doing, little man? Now I'm annoying him. Big news coming for Volt. Multiple drops, not just limit orders. Ben Ferrer says MMAI is not doing too good. A lot of selling. There's a lot of that going around. I don't think that's a testament, by the way, to the project or the product that they're putting out. This is a very tight market, and it's very difficult for anybody to really kind of make their way. And anybody who does, for example, there's a lot of people right now talking about Caspa. Because it's had a run for a couple of days. And the talk is as if it's just taken over the entire market. It hasn't done anything. It's gone from like 4.1 cents to 4.9 cents. You have to take these things for what they are and just realize that this market we're looking for a pump everywhere, right? For those of you that don't know, we had that Bitcoin long today. That Bitcoin long today played out really, really, really well. And also, if you haven't already, I do have a trade to win competition going on right now. If you sign up for MEXC in the description down below, sign up with BLEEVESCRYPTO's referral link, which is MEXC-1Q blah, 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 blah. Note, past signups are eligible if you deposit at least $50 USDT and then you do some trading during the event period. 3 lucky users will randomly be selected to get $50 in futures bonus, and top user by trading volume will get $100 future bonus. Now, future bonus, by the way, for everybody who understands, is not the same as they're not giving you dollars to cash out with. What they're giving you is money that you can use for futures trading, and then whatever you make and earn off of that, then you get to cash that out. So very simple, very easy. But anyway, big news coming, multiple drops, not just limit orders. Robert R in the house knows Beastie Boys. There was a Beastie Boys song. What was the song? I have no idea. There was a Beastie Boys song that I always used to like. Can't remember what it was called now. But it was just me and my posse and a quart of beer riding across the land, kicking up dust. Sheriff's posse's on my tail because I'm in demand. That's what it was. One long lean beastie ID, all by myself without nobody. The sun is beating down on my baseball hat. The air is getting hot. The beer is getting flat. Looking for a girl. I ran into a guy. His name is MC8. I said howdy. He said hi. What was that? You know this kid? I said, I didn't, but I know he did. The kid said, get ready, because this ain't funny. My name's Mike D, and I'm about to get money. Pulled out the jammy, aimed it at the sky. He yelled, stick 'em up, and let 2 fly. What was that? You guys are going to have to figure that out for me. You're going to have to figure that out for me. Ew, get a room. Do not have Ben in Atomic Wallet. Is it Paul Revere? Okay, there we go. 4 days until Avanta's Outlook Pro drop. Blah blah world. By the way, for anybody who doesn't know, on Friday I'll be putting it out tomorrow. But on Friday I'll be having an AMA with Advantis AI. We finally have it booked, so we should see that very, very soon. But anyway, if you guys have not already, go get involved in this. Look, you don't have to trade that much. Put $50 USDT into your account, fund your account. A lot of you guys have already signed up for MEXC, by the way. Also tonight, I will be creating the token for that contract, and the video will come out a little bit later on tomorrow, about 12:30 Central Standard Time, and it will have whatever you need. But for those of you who are members of the channel, if you are a subscribing member of the channel, I will be releasing the contract address a little bit early so that you have it and it is available for you. So there you go. And then Friday, we'll have Advantis AI on, and I will let you guys know in the video what the name of the token is. It will not have been launched, by the way. It will not have been launched, but I will have the contract address. I will have all the things that you need so that you can be ready for this new token launch that we're going to do. I'm going to be on the website tonight, getting it working and getting a brand new token launched. So here we go, guys. Going to be a 1% tax in, 1% tax out. I think that's supposed to be enough to kind of stop mevbots from doing too much. But anyway, I digress. Let's go look at some charts and let's figure out what is going on in this market. Now, I want to stress this to you guys right here. And by the way, when I look at this, and this is the 1 hour chart, but you can kind of see what's happening here. I've circled 6 different spots right now on this chart. And what this shows you is every time there's been dramatic news in crypto or a big move in the chart. And I want to stress that we had this big move down, which was followed by a reverse pump, which then brought us back down to this spot. Then we had another move, which was a spike right here as we got notice that something positive had happened. And then boom, it came right back down to where we were trading at that same period of time. This right here, this was Grayscale. This was the Grayscale news. And then one day later, we were told that the Bitcoin ETF was being pushed down the road. By the way, and none of this mattered at all. All it did is take it goes right back here. Then we had another one. Then we came right back down. Then we had another one, which was a dump, which was bought back up. Then we had what started to be, look at this. We had this line right here. Then we had this move towards the upside. Now, that's a bullish momentum indicator, and that was a good sign. But again, we had a liquidity sweep that came right back down. And then same thing. We had a liquidity sweep, came right back down again on this one. So what we're watching right now, and the reason that I pointed this out to you guys is I want you to see that this is what the market is going through right now. And what the market is going through right now with these liquidity sweeps is you're watching the derivatives market, and these derivatives markets are basically just liquidating each other. And it's basically, this is what you would call PvP. It's just basic player versus player crypto trading at its finest. So now let's pop a Lux algo up and let's see what is going on right now. So logical move right now for this break is going to be to the upside, and it looks like there could be a bullish momentum indicator coming. So we're going to check out Fu Manchu Cypher B over here, and we see the money coming out right now. But money flow is still green on the 1 hour. On the 2 hour, we're looking at a bearish divergence, meaning the price is coming down, and we do see it came down off of that bearish divergence a couple hours ago. But as we get down into this range right here, the question will be how far down can we go, and will that equate to the price? Now, if it does do that, then what we'd be looking at is this, and I'm on the 1 hour again. So I'm going to give you guys just my ideas of where I would want to make a position. I don't want to enter into a position where it is right now. The reason is because it doesn't help me at this point. The likely scenario is it's basically about a 50-50 based on market sentiment on whether it's going to go up from the point of control or not. So when I zoom in here, this is what I'm looking at, and this is kind of the range that I'm trying to work out right now. So all of this going along here is not going to make me any money, right? We do have this natural resistance point. You can see this right here. It does not correspond to this value area high, but we did go into the value area high. And guys, I can't stress this enough. If you go into the value area high, the likely play, especially when you've created a new one just recently, is for a move back down to the point of control. Now, we didn't get all the way down to the point of control. So there's always some room just in case. But generally speaking, we did come down, and we did look. If you got in at this spot up here, by the way, you made out like a bandit. I mean, you made out like a bandit up here. Let me give you an example. I'm going to pull up MEXC for you guys and let you guys see the trade that we did today. That trade went really well. I think it was 129% is where we ended up on the final tally. But I want to give you guys an idea of what would have happened. I was kind of absent at the time, but if you just take this 27,350, right? If you set an isolated short with a buy at 27,350, and I'm using 500, let's say you're using 500 bucks roughly. Yeah, so I'm right here at about 500 bucks. So I'm using a buy at 27,350, which is up here. So if I'm buying near at or near the top of this run here, and then I want to sell down here at the 200 SMA, which is exactly where this thing broke down to, by the way. And it broke down to 26,663. So if I did this and I went down here and I set this at 26,665, that was a $434 move. Now I missed this, by the way, but that was a $434 move, which was almost a 100% gain. And I'm not using as much leverage as I was using before. If I had used the full amount of leverage of this battle station, then that would have been 619, would have been 125% if I were using that leverage. But I had lowered the leverage down to 35 because I'm trying to decrease it as I go, especially when I just don't know what direction the market's going, and I'm really nervous about what direction. But so what I think is going to happen now is we've got money flow going to the out. It's starting to come down. So what I think is going to happen is I think we're going to make a play down here at the lower 26s. Now, if we don't, and we end up coming into this range right here, this is a no-go zone. You can trade if you want to, but it's not recommended that you make a trade in the blue zone. It's recommended that you make a trade from the green or the red into the blue. So that's what you should be looking to do. But again, it's your call what you want to do. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for a move either back up here. Whoops. Of course, I put it on the wrong spot. Let's minimize that. So I'm looking for a move from this chart to go either up in here, which, by the way, based on the Fu Manchu volume flow, it's probably not going to happen. What's more likely to happen is I'm going to get a play down into this little area right here, and then I'm going to get something in this green zone. Now, if I do that, then I'm going long, and I'm going to set a buy order, which, in fact, if we do 25,968, we can come over here and we can do 25,970, and we're going to go an isolated long, just so I can show you guys exactly what I would be doing here. By the way, with everything being what it is, I'm not sure this is going to come down this far. Not yet. I do think that we're due for a retracement. I do think that we're coming down. It looks like it looks like the market really wants to go up, right? This is kind of a bullish momentum right now. You see this, we're not exactly in bull territory. We're still in bear territory, but we are moving up on the value on the point of controls. So these were bearish, and then this is a bearish one right here. Then you got this one spike up here. You need one more for confirmation of a bullish pattern, but for right now, it seems like we're in a pretty good spot. So if I'm looking at the next point of control, next point of control would be at that 27,005 range. A lot of activity in that zone. So that's probably where the next one is. But for right now, I'm looking for this downward move, or I'm looking for this upward move. Now, if I've already done this upward move, then again, I had a nice little run here, and it was a take profit sort of moment. And now we're just waiting for another position to show up. So what do you guys think? The idea here, my biggest idea is just to wait it, just to kind of wait it out and see if it comes down here. And then before I enter here, I'm going to look to see if it doesn't come down into this range. And then if it comes down into that range, then I'm going to look and see if there is a strong reversal, like right here. Is there a strong reversal for a move back towards the upside? Or are we still getting moves to the downside? Because it could end up breaking downward and we'll be looking at setting new lows. And I don't want to get stopped out over something like that. So I'm going to be very careful depending on the direction that it goes right now. It seems like it seems like the market, again, it seems like the market wants to go up, but it seemed like that a couple of different times over here. We started to get those moves, and then the next thing you know, it just crashes kind of back down. So it feels like maybe this might be different because we are creating this this zone right here, which as you look at this right here, you can kind of tell it really didn't look like that right there seems to be the point of control. And you can see the point of control kind of moving along in this area for a while, all the way over here as well. So I'm going to say that we're probably having at least a bullish momentum if we're not having a big move right now. So I'm be watching it, waiting to see if we can get into one of those ranges. Now, if I go to the 1 hour, here's the interesting part. If I go to the 1 hour and I kind of zoom in a little bit here, let's remove my 26.8 number line here, and then let's drop this down. So we're already on the 1 hour. We're in the what would be called the buy zone, and as you see right here, that we're in that kind of buy sentiment. So it would not be the worst thing to go long right here and instead of take profit right here at this 27,131 level right now for a potential move towards that direction. Convince yourself here. The money flow, yeah, I mean, look at the money flow right here. Came down and then it started to spike back upwards while we're getting this move, which probably looks like it'll do something like that. If that's the case, and the money flow is going to stay in the positive. So, this could be a good opportunity. So let's check it out right now. Take a shot at it. We're looking at 27,131 as a take profit, and we're looking at the current market for the take profit. So we're going to do an isolated 30x with latest market, and then we want what was that number again? 27,131. So we set 27,131. We're doing a long here. Whoops, 27,131. That would be a move of 266. That would be a profit of 266. Let's move that down a little bit. We want to do 50% of that. I don't want to do the whole bag. It's always bad to do the whole bag, but we're going to do that. Let's take 26,720, and then the stop loss. What are we putting in here? We're putting in $289. So we're going to set a stop loss at 26,500, 300. 200. Yeah, we're going to set it at 200. So we're going to open a long position at the current market. Let's see what the buys are looking like. Let's do it to go down to 27. Yeah, let's do that right there. All right, so we're going to try to fill this order right here at 26,720 and 60 cents. And we'll see if we can get a full order. We've got it is fully all right. So yeah, we've got the whole thing. So now if we get a move and we get a continued move towards that upside, it would be most likely that we're going to bounce off of this 50 SMA. So maybe what we're going to see here is a move up into this 26.9 range, which would be a good move for that. So yeah, let's just kind of we'll keep an eye on it and see what happens over the next little while. So we're long right now, expecting 27,131. So what we're looking for is a move up into this range. So there we go. Now, and right here, Blackerjack says he thinks it's going down from here. And that, you know what? The easiest thing to say is that it would be going down. And in fact, it very well could be going down. The question right now would be, how far down is it going? Are we in a position? It is going down right now, by the way, bouncing off of. Yeah, it's really not bouncing off of resistance of any sort. I mean, maybe you could argue 26,720 is a resistance line right here, but most probably right here. But most probably, I think that we're going to see a move at least to this point of control, or hopefully we'll see it to the point of control, especially because money flow is still in the positive. And look at this. So here's the important thing, right? For me anyway, money flow is still positive, and we are in oversold territory, which means that buys are going to start coming back in. We're down pretty far. The last time we got up, we had a nice little run over here, which led us into this big swing right here. So I would think that we've probably got some positivity coming and positive price action coming as people are kind of settling into trading for the evening in the Asian market. So, but who knows? Let's go over to Fairdesk, and you guys can see that I'm in profit right now. But we're going to have to figure out like what to do with this, because I want to liquidate this position and get out of it. And then try to take some new positions. So right now I'm sitting at the entry price was 1633. Market price right now is 1631. So if as I'm saying, the market is going to go up again, and we're going to get a little bit of a spike in that price action. If that is the case, then it would stand to reason that we're going to lose this because the price is going to continue to go up. So the question now is, what do we do with this position right here? So for the night, I'm going to let this ride. I'm going to let this one ride. So we'll find out. We'll find out how this goes over the next 24 hours. I don't want to make a move on this one yet. And I want to hold on to this one and see if this one doesn't play out at least up to 26.9 or something like that. Like, I just feel like maybe we're getting a good move. Now, remember, the Asian market and the European markets were the ones that pumped last night. Now, question will be, will they pump again? And you see here, I mean, I keep telling you guys, and I keep making it a point to say, America is just like a dirtbag society right now when it comes to investment. Like which it's just the safest of the safe. We're not getting the money into cryptocurrency. So we get this move down here. And then what do we get at last night? Boom, we just start taking off. Lasts until 8 a.m. in the morning. The U.S. markets open, and the U.S. markets just sell off. But the Dow Jones did not move down. NASDAQ did not move down. The SPY did not move down. Nothing moved down except the American market just stole the liquidity out of cryptocurrency. America is such a shit show, I swear. Anyway, let's move on here. Shib is looking like so it came down from here all the way down, and it's not really lining up, by the way. It's not really lining up on the 1 hour, I might add. But over here, I mean, look, these plays are kind of simple if you just find the right formula. It moved down here, and it came down here, and that was a good move for taking profit. So that was 300 points. That's 5% at 20x leverage, 100% move. So definitely a good play. On the daily, it looks like we're still kind of in that range. But look at this. Just a couple of days ago, just not that long ago, if you had shorted this from that top, from the hype, if you had shorted it from the hype, then that's where all of this played out. So bone still coming down. Looks like it's in the range of a reversal, by the way. Should be noted here that it's in the value area low right now. So potentially you're looking at a nice reversal here. This is the day chart, by the way. If we move over to the 1 hour, you might see still stair stepping its way down, sticking right now. By the way, this is one of the things that happens over here. If you look, this thing moved into it got a point of control established, then it moved into the value area low, and it kept plummeting till it got to the bottom of the value area low. Then it started to move to the upside, didn't get close to the point of control. I mean, close enough that it was a good move, maybe even a profit-taking move, but then it started to come back down, and it's been ranging since then. Took a long time to get here. So again, if you made it off of this value area low and you got in on this pump, even at this point, you're probably still sitting up a little bit, despite that it did dip a little bit here. So you're on the point of control right now. So this is not the point to enter a trade on bone. You're looking for it to move up into the value area high or value area low before you make a move. But you do have this bullish divergence playing out right here. Doesn't look like a strong one, but it is one. So could be a move. But the other piece is the bone contract is renounced soon. It has not been revealed exactly when that happens. But when that happens, then we'll see, we'll probably see a lot of nice listings happening very, very quickly from bone. So, but we don't know. We don't know for sure. Let's look at Volt real quick. Volt is just trending around the value area low. Now, there is no futures trading on bone yet. So the best you can hope for is to play the value area low up to the point of control. Okay. That's the way that it's working right now. But you're going to have to get rid of some of the bearish momentum. And this still looks pretty bearish to me. And there's still not a lot of positivity. Every time you get a positive swing, it's met with a big sell. So every time you get into a good position with Volt, it's getting reversed right back on you, and you're not able to have that big move. Now, why is that? If you go down here, the one thing that you're not seeing is you're not seeing that 5277 wallet continuing to sell. Like, you're not seeing that. But I think somebody sent me a message yesterday, and they said that, if you guys remember, Ozzy was still, like, his wallet, he's still continuing to move everything over to, and by the way, he borrowed a bunch from CoinRabbit, and he's getting wrecked for it. So they go to page 2, and I think you see Ozzy's wallet in here somewhere. Yeah, so he's down to 85 billion. Like, Jesus Christ, remember, this guy had 1 trillion tokens at one point, and he's down to 85 billion. So it doesn't look like there's any, I don't know, you're going to have to, you watch the wallet and you see he hasn't made a move in 16 days. So I think maybe he's done. Maybe he's finally, maybe this is finally the end, because the payments were due, like, was it every 2 weeks or every, he had to make those moves all the time. But you can see right here, he was moving it off the chain in order to sell and liquidate. And, he had to keep doing that in order to keep making the payments. And that left him with 87 billion tokens left. So, he's got about 22,000 left in Volt. So you guys are going to have to 100x it for him, get him that money back. But until we start to see that happening, right? He's not doing anything. If we're not seeing that 5277, then that does hopefully mean that we don't have any of that 5277 action happening. And if we don't have that, that's a good sign. That's a good sign that maybe, just maybe, it's time to start building again. Because without if CoinRabbit is just going to keep dunking on the price action, then you can't make anything with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't you can't make any money. You know what I mean? So let's so if we're doing something right now, and by the way, look, it's very simple here. Just consider here. You put $1,000 or you put $2,000 in to Volt at one of these, at this value area low, and then let it run up here, and you go from 2176 up here to 2287. That's about, I don't know, 5 or 10%. That's not a lot, but it's $100 or something like that, and then you can sell it or sell your original, and then hold on to another bag, let it come back down, buy some more, continue to make the moves, and you can still profit off of it right now, and continue to accumulate and add to your bag. Like, that's, if you don't have any money, then you can buy low and sell high, and then buy low again and sell high again. Now, the problem is there's not much meat on the bone, so to speak, in this range. Like, for example, 10% is 200 points when you're at 2,000, right? So you're at 2,100. So a real 10% would put you at 23, basically 2,300, right? And we're not exactly getting to 2,300. So at this level, what you're getting from this range to this range is about 5.5%. So not really a great profitable venture, not really worth the risk overall. Now, if you get this move down here and you get something that goes down to 2,000 coming up here, that's about a 12% move. So 12% off of a $2,000 play is $2,200 or $220. So, I mean, again, not a lot of money because there's not a lot of trade volume, but the potential exists for you to DCA through. You made 200 extra bucks. Take your original investment out. Leave the 200. Leave the 200 in at that spot. Let it come back down. Buy again when you get towards this value area low, and then you've accumulated some more. And when there's a move towards the upside, if you get back into this 23, 24 range, you get 20, 30, 40% off of your return, then sell it. Because guess what? All of this stuff up here, when you get back to this range right here, these people are going to be looking to sell. This is a resistance level. So, and look, when it comes to trading, Volt is not special like anything else because it's trading, right? Anything that might be special to you about Volt doesn't apply to a trader. So when we get to this range again, you're going to see sells. When we get to this range right here, you're going to see sells. When we get up here a little bit further to this, you're going to see sells. People are going to sell to get out of these positions. So along the way, unless you have a really good run, unless there's a really, really good run of new investors and new money that comes in, then you're going to see sells at all of these spots. So it's a great opportunity to accumulate at this price. I guess I should say that and leave it at that. It's a great opportunity for accumulation, and if you lose your position, it's okay, because as we just saw, even the whales have lost their position on Volt. If they didn't, then the price would be a whole lot higher. You know what I mean? So you can be doing whatever a whale is doing. You know what I mean? You don't have to just hold on to your bag because I look. Don't be somebody else's exit liquidity. You be the boss of your bag. Don't let somebody else be the boss of your bag. Now, let's move on to the next one up is going to be Ben. Ben is at 2167, basically playing out exactly like I told you guys it was going to play out, going down in this descending channel, staying in that position. Let's move this back over here. So been just going down in this channel. Now, the liquidity is ready for a move. All of this stuff is ready for a move. We're not there yet. So I got an update from Austin. The update from Austin for BenCoin tonight was go to profile over here. And it is. Website is done. Contracts are done and deployed on testnet. Website copy is being written this week, cleaning up and adding small things to the site this week. Testing and bug squashing this week. Do we have an exact date for you yet? No, I know this frustrates you, but if anyone ever tells you they have an exact date prior to testing and searching out bugs, then they are either trying to sell you something or lying to you. I'm not here to hype you or pump your bags. I'm here to tell you the truth and to deliver the best possible product. The original 6 to 8 week time frame was given before I came on board and when the original idea of a DEX was still in play. Since then, we needed to switch dev teams, come up with a new concept, create tokenomics, and a crap load of other stuff. Hang tight, guys. V2 is just one piece of the puzzle. It's literally just the foundation, and it's right around the corner. We are getting there. Now, let me also kind of piggyback onto that and say, and I will tell you, even though they'll probably tell me, ooh, you better not. I was on the conference call, and I got to see and talk about what is coming, and oh my God, I'll put it this way. I was legitimately floored with what this is. Now, by the way, I do want to stress this as a technology and as a piece that goes into a crypto. I cannot be. I like again. My jaw dropped when we started talking about it, and you could see Austin's eyes lighting up while we were having this conversation. This is it's phenomenal what we're looking at. Problem is, um, it takes a while, right? And then we've got to be able to market it. You got to be able to give it the right push. And I think you have to have the right market conditions in order for all of it to work out and just to just work out perfectly. And I don't know that it will or won't. I don't know that it will or won't. I know that we're going to certainly see some crazy stuff getting ready to happen, right? I do really think. Yeah, I really think that this thing is going to have just a phenomenal move um, eh, because of the underlying technology. But it remains to be seen. Um, timing is everything. There's a lot of different things. Bleeze, my Ben is in a Uniswap liquidity pool. Do I need to pull it out soon? You should have it in a wallet, not your keys, not your crypto. Um, you should just make sure that it's in your DeFi wallet. When we say that there's going to be that it's time for the V2, then that's going to be you're going to need to make sure that it is in a DeFi wallet. We don't have confirmation from MEXE. We don't have confirmation from anybody that they're part of V2. Now, of course, they should. I mean, it should be it should be easy enough for them to do, but we don't have any confirmation from them yet. And as such, it would be better for you to just make sure that you are holding it in a decentralized wallet. So make sure it's in one of your DeFi wallets. Maddie B brings up an important thing here. Nothing will do anything in a bad market, right? We're not going to have fantastic runs. It is possible for Ben to get on a crazy run and maybe go back up to 100 million market cap or 150 million market cap in this market, but there's not much more to it from that point. Like I just don't see how you get to one of these magnificent levels. Wagmi, which is the next one on our list. Wagmi is at 13,519. Remember, these guys are now on a national broadcast, on a national show, on a national stage, and they're about to launch. The token is about to launch, and everything is timed specifically for growth and just for an absolute moon play. But it's down the biggest of all tokens for the day of the stuff that we deal with. Look how far down it is from that high that we were on not that long ago. It's just continued to recede. It's continued to come down. It's continued to have these weak-handed babies sell off just a little bit at a time, just a little bit at a time, just a little bit at a time, because they're tired of waiting because they think that the next big project is going to moon, right? These are weak hands that are just looking for the next. Basically, what we're doing is we're watching, and what we are is we're witnessing the exit liquidity for the next pump and dump, exiting positions for a token that actually has, I think that actually has a long-term value. Now, anything could change, but when you have something on the first national crypto TV show and you've made it to the final four, the qualifying round, and now you have all this stuff going on, when you have those situations and you've got people who are like, yeah, bro, it's not running right now. I don't see, there's no reason for me to hold it right now. I'm going to take my 0.4 ETH and I'm going to go put it over here in Pepe 3 or Pepe 4, whatever number it's on right now. But, the point is that things are just kind of crazy, right? Um, I think in the long term, if you can afford to hold on to, 150, 250, 300 billion, Ben, I would think would probably be, I think at some point would be potentially life changing. Now, anything can happen in the meantime. Tomorrow, we have. By the way, let me tell you guys what I think is going to play out here for tomorrow. There's two scenarios that play out for for Ben Armstrong tomorrow. One of them is that he gets Bitboy Crypto back. The other one is that he takes a buyout because there are some underlying issues with Bitboy Crypto and the hit networks and all that kind of stuff. So he's going to have one of two options. And I think that what he wants, and I can't speak to this, okay? I talk to him, we communicate, and I send him all my thumbnails and shit like that, and he gets a good laugh out of them. But he's had to be quiet right now, right? Tomorrow is going to be, we're going to figure something out pretty soon. Let's see. All right, so there's going to be a delay, by the way. We're not going to have a we're not going to have a we're not going to have an answer tomorrow. So there's been a slight delay. The judge hasn't signed off, so we have to refile the paperwork, and then they have to do that, right? So we're not done yet. The beat goes on, but let me point this out. From the time that Ben was fired, there was a certain value of that company. And if you guys remember, stake.com was worth $1 million per month plus every other deal. So if that's the case, then in order for them to continue, the value of the company would be valuated at $1 million a month in revenue being pulled in, and their payroll runs somewhere in the neighborhood. I would say anywhere from 150 to 300,000 per month, reasonably speaking. So that leaves a profit margin of at least $500,000 a month off of that deal. That being said, that would put that would be about $6 million. So if they wanted to buy him out, then what they would have to do is most probably they would have to do a valuation based on about 3 years at 500,000 profit per month, around there. So you're talking about 6 million, 6 million, 6 million. That's 18 million. And if he owns 66% of that profit area, they would owe him probably $12 million as a buyout. And I can tell you right now, lady frames don't have that kind of money. You know what I'm talking about. So I don't think that I think that the logical move here is that they try to pull some. Look, I every time I overestimate their dignity and self-respect, I feel bad because they let me down. So I don't want to overestimate, but I think the most likely scenario is that they try to burn everything down while he gets to take everything back over. And then I think Ben walks in there on day one, fires everybody, and then hires new people. New people? Like, new people. I wonder. You never know what might happen, right? Anyway, so the likely scenario would be that he would just fire everybody and hire new people. There are people that I am aware of that will be kept on, that I do know. Again, this is all contingent upon these things happening, but there are certain people there that, I mean, like I've even talked to Ben. I'm like, dude, I like this person. I like this person. I like this person. I hope this person is, you know what I mean? Like, I hope this person. You know what I mean? And he's like, dude, I got it, man. I got it. And he's got a method to his madness. So if it plays out to the positive, then there are some positive plays that I'm sure he will make to take care of, the people who he feels have had his back, right? So there should be a lot of people there that have his back that, we're going to find out in short order. Again, I do say this one more time. People need jobs. And sometimes you have to work for the enemy because you don't have any opportunity otherwise. Like, in fact, let me take that opportunity to do my shameless plugs today. This is my last day with 100x gems. So tomorrow you'll see the final video, and then I will launch the token. So I'll still be doing some kind of content with them. I really haven't approached them and haven't talked to them about renewing or doing anything yet. We're just trying to get this thing to market and see, how everything goes. But tonight, I'm going to make the video, I'm going to launch, I'm going to get the token ready, I'm going to get the contract ready, so that I, have a token to launch tomorrow to prove, basically proof of concept. But I still need 7 more signups on NordVPN. So if you guys can help me, if you guys have not followed me before and you haven't liked the stream here, the best thing that you can do to help me is sign up for MEXE, do some futures trading, go long on something, go short on something, like start trading and start building and start learning how to do this so that when the bull market hits and we go long on something, then we can all make tons and tons and tons of profit. NordVPN for God damn it, privacy and security like no other. NordVPN to protect yourself. Gate.io, I'm new to Gate.io. Don't have any signups yet. Have 4 signups on Fairdesk. If you want to sign up on any one of those, I'm going to be doing competitions on Fairdesk going forward. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to take, I want to say it's like 300 a week. I think we're going to try to take 300 a week and see how much we can turn it into every single week by constantly making new plays on Fairdesk. So they're not going to be high dollar amounts like I did before. I can't lose $5,000 every goddamn time just because you guys, you know what I mean? So what we're going to do is we'll do like $300 a week. I'll do 100, 100, 100, and then we'll pick a couple of different ones that we're going to do, and then we'll just start making these things happening. You know what I mean? We'll make these things happen. And RubyDex, I still have to do the content on RubyDex. We're going to do a RubyDex video. Very simple, by the way, to use RubyDex, and you can set limit orders for your decentralized. And if it's a token that you have and it's on Uniswap, it's on Arbitrum, it's on BNB, then all you have to do is import the token address. What region do you use? I use I use Chicago. God damn it. All right. So I use Chicago. I use Chicago. When I have to do something, when I have to do something otherwise, then I use Australia. And then I start talking like this, you know what I mean? And I say things like crikey and that's a knife. Shit like that. But generally speaking, I use just the Chicago proxy. And then after I use the Chicago proxy, if I have to be overseas, then I use the Australia proxy. I used England one time, but then I felt dirty and like my teeth started getting, messed up. So I got out of that quick. If you're from England, I didn't mean any of that. Thank you, because I think that the Queen King, is it King now? Is the greatest king ever to have lived. No, I don't. It hasn't been. It just hasn't been something that I've that I've done one way or another. Would be weird if this Ben drama is all scripted for the Amazon show. Weird how it goes before a judge so quickly. Well, that's an emergency protective order for a business. It's not because it's a normal case. You have to file an emergency order for possession. Like if you go in and you want to evict somebody from a property, like you don't have to wait like 6 months to get your property back. You go in for ejectment, and that's what they're doing is they're filing for like an ejectment, and they want them out of the business, and they want a decision made, and they're allowing the judge to be the arbiter of this, and the judge is going to have to rule that either they're getting out as minority holders and they don't really have a valid case other than they can file civil suits against Ben if they want to, because it could be that TJ feels harassed. Because one time at band camp, Ben threw a sports energy drink somewhere near him. If that happened, then you might be a little. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. If I had a lady frame, that's what I'd say. Anyway, so there's if the judge says, well, there's really no situation here that you're really referencing other than people don't like him, or he was harassing me, and that's the best you can do, then Ben's going to get his company back, and they're going to be like, get the fuck out of here. And if not, and if they think, well, this is a serious threat, and this guy has done blah 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 and blah 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 blah, he still owns the company. So at the end of the day, he's still entitled to the profits and reward of that company. And according to the bylaws, he doesn't have to sell the company. He could actually sit on it and demand accounting every month and demand to be paid from them a percentage of the profits every single month. And just because they've screwed the company up completely and they don't have any profits now doesn't mean that they won't have any profits in the future. And further, he would be able to take all of the sponsors who have left them, and he would be able to start up his own channel again with those partners potentially, and he could just start a brand new channel. And we've already done a name thing. We've already worked through the naming process. I say it's not really, because I don't know if he even took my advice on that. So I don't know. I think, obviously the first thing to do is what we're doing right now to find out what's going on there. But look, there's already we got this. You know what I mean? Like there's a path forward for everything in this. You're going to be seeing a lot more of Ben Armstrong in the future, and every once in a while, you may even see Bleaves on the Ben Armstrong or the Bitboy channel, something like that. You never really know what's going to happen in the future. You know what I mean? Like maybe, just maybe, just maybe, he thinks I'm a funny guy, and maybe we could have a comedy show every single day going over crypto. And you just don't know. You never know. You never know what might happen. So keep that in mind, and just remember that this process will get a resolution very, very soon. We will get some sort of closure to it very, very soon. They are watching me, by the way, and so I'm getting messages right now. So yeah, so we'll have we'll have a little bit of, well, it won't be tomorrow for the ruling. It's been pushed back, but it'll be a couple more days. And again, it's an emergency ruling, so we'll see what happens in this emergency ruling. It'll take maybe 3 or 4 more days, and then we'll have some clarity. Also, remember Saturday, I will be filming the new movie. I'm going to be a drummer for an 80s metal band, and I have to do a music video. So that's going to be fun as well. And Jason, if you're listening, I don't have a script yet. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, interesting times. So anyway, guys, if you can, it certainly helps me tremendously. If you sign up for NordVPN, I need as many of those signups as I can get. First 90 days is free. Then it's $4.99 a month for your safety and security. And by the way, if you get that, you can also put it on your phone, because once you have the account, you can use it on 3 devices, I want to say. So you could, by the way, protect your phone and your computer and everything else, and sign up for MEXC and Gate.io and Fairdesk, and just start trading and earning some money. And look, guys, when the market pumps, all you got to do is use a little bit of low leverage, short the market, and then ta-da. Like I showed you today, when that thing pumped up today and we were sitting there, 27,250 was kind of the number. And 27,250, if you shorted from there, it went down to about 26,500 in rapid succession, because it was another one of those crazy pumps that we got into. And then once it happened, by the way, God damn it, you know what? I think I should point this out, guys, so that you see it, because look at this move, by the way. And we're going to zoom in on this move just a little bit. But look at this move. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 or 7 hours. And then what did we get? What did we get? We got this kind of move here, right? We got the wedge pattern starting to play out, right? So that's what happened there. Over here, what happened? We got the wedge pattern playing out before it moved, right? What happened over here? Wedge pattern playing out before it moved. The wedge pattern over here playing out before it moved. This is not much of a wedge pattern, but it was kind of a wedge pattern, I guess. Actually, this was more of a descending channel, but this one was a wedge pattern sort of playing out here. So we're seeing a lot of the same thing and a lot of the same every single time. So that's a predictable pattern, right? So now here's what we're looking at right now. So no matter where we go at this point, the one thing that we should consider in our investment moves right now is what is going on. Are we going up? Well, it looks like that in the last couple of days we're back in a positive bullish momentum. Now, it doesn't mean that we're not going to break down. It just means that right now we are looking like we're in kind of a positive flow. Whether it maintains or not remains to be seen. But what we should note is that every few days we get these wild ass swings. We had one on the 8th, we had one on the 11th, we had one arguably right in this little range right here on the 15th. We've definitely had one on the 18th. We had one over here on the 29th of last month. We had another one over here on the 23rd. We had another one over here on the 18th. So if this plays out, we had one here just like this one. Then we've got another one coming in about 5 days or somewhere within 5 days. So if we start to see something like this and we're bouncing off of this a couple of times and then the pattern starts to play itself out the same way, it's possible that we could get another liquidity sweep towards that upside. And, you know, it could be that it's part of a longer term bullish momentum that we're watching. So we move this out here like this, you know, it could be that we're moving along here up until the 23rd, and then we get a pump up to the 28,000 range. I want to say probably right here at 28,100 because, oh, of course I did that. We're going to use array over here because this is the top of that move right there, right? So with that being the top of the move, then the expectation would be that our move would coincide with that. So, you know, we could have this move along here, and then to the 23rd, and then somewhere around there, boom, we come up here, and then we start to consolidate, and then boom, we come back down and do a liquidity sweep, just like right here, only we stop a little bit higher and we still respect this line. So I would be looking for something like that to play out. If this is if we're reading some of this market right and we're figuring out something about the changing dynamic of the market, well, then there you go. We've got something. Now, it should also be noted that October 15 is the day that most of the Bitcoin ETFs have to be approved. And to give you an idea here, Grayscale did meet with the SEC today, or not the SEC. Grayscale did meet with congressional representatives today about getting that spot ETF underway. So there's a lot going on in the background of cryptocurrency. Not all positive, but it's not all falling apart either. Like we're not having these horrible moments where things are just kind of breaking down. Ethereum, we're still up there. Anyway, so that's it, guys. We made it. Ta-da. All right, guys. I don't think Powell speaks this week. Let's go Jerome Powell speech. He spoke on the 25th. He spoke at Jackson Hole 3 weeks ago. Let's go back over here. Let's see. CPI came in. Let's go look at the Bitcoin chart. Building permits. We have the Fed press conference on Wednesday. So yeah, we've got a Fed press conference at 1:30 on the 20th, and we've got the FOMC economic Yeah, we've got the Fed interest rate decision this week. So we'll find out this week exactly what's going to happen. So FOMC is on Wednesday, and then we'll see what happens. In the meantime, we'll be talking about crypto news and all of that tomorrow morning. So it's not financial advice. My name's Bleeves. I'm always right. Get prepared to get scared. Now, if you're weak in the knees or anything like that, hold on to something tight because I'm going to scare you. But if you stay here, then leave a comment on the video on your way out to help me out. That helps the algorithm, and we'll see you again soon.
It's been a long day, I mean a long week, maybe a long year. So let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors later on.